Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video on my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, today's video is an old suggestion from one of you guys. Took quite a while to get there. Sorry for that, but you guys should be used to that by now, I think. For better or worse. This was from Matt Rose, called Bad Parrots. And as we can see here right from the get-go, there is an entire Reddit r/parrots, because of course there is. I don't really know what I can expect from that name alone, but let's see. Thank you for the suggestion. Sorry it took so long. Link to the original video as always down in the description if you want to support Matt, subscribe to his channel, and like his videos. So, enough talking. Let's get started and see what these bad parrots have in store for us.
I've been on r/parrots. We have a 4-year-old parrotlet. He sings and speaks a lot. I mean a lot. A massive vocab, lots of phrases, some entire songs. My favourite of his
so
is
badass.
Bad birds. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when
Wait, what
they
is
come
that?
for you?
Yes, Matt with the sound effects.
Matt Rose here. I was off last Monday getting a new everything, really, including this new mic, which I don't think I'm really using optimally, but we will improve on that together over the coming weeks. Birds. Now, we've looked at...
Yeah, like, I'm sure you as well have seen like a bunch of videos online with parrots talking after they learned videos, and it's so fucking hilarious. I love it. That was the reason why I at one point in time considered maybe getting one. That was the sole reason. To just teach him random weird ass phrases. But taking care of a pet is a bit, well, it's a lot of work. So I did opt to go with my favorite pet, the rabbit, and got 2 bunnies earlier this year. Unfortunately, they cannot say swear words, so I have to use a soundboard for that or something. But having like a parrot as your IRL soundboard, that would be absolute jokes.
Kirby's in the past, obviously, and of course the great green Duolingo owl, but never pet birds themselves. So let's see some tales of them tormenting their owners. What's the worst thing your parrot said? It called me a hoe during my birthday while everyone was singing. I tried to teach my bird to...
Maybe we have some parrot owners in the comments, or just watching this video in general. Maybe you know a bit more about that. How do parrots, yeah, they must have heard that word somewhere before, right? They probably cannot come up with stuff like that on their own. Like in these videos you see online, it's so impressive how they can just imitate, like, well, humans talking, or just, I don't know, like fucking notification sounds on your phone. It's so crazy. And sometimes just after hearing this one time, I wish I was able to just imitate something one by one after hearing it one time or listening to it one time. That would be a great skill in real life.
It resulted in him saying, "Your booty." Freddy wakes me up by screaming, "What are you doing?" What you doing is such a delightfully passive-aggressive thing to say to wake someone up. Family friends have a macaw. He's always done this from before they got him. When they answer the ringing house phone with hello, he begins screaming, "Oh my god, she's trying to kill me!" My Quaker parrot Whackham says he's a filthy bird or dirty bird after I clean her cage, but I never taught her to say those words, and also says it in a deep voice like a man.
See, this is the stuff that makes me wonder. If you personally did not tell them that word, or told them or teach them, where do they get this from? TV, radio, some dude off the street that they hear through the window or something? How do they come up with that?
Filthy bird. Zaya's favourite phrase is, "It's bedtime, bitch." Cisco once said, "Cisco, good boy."
That's a good one, man.
My wife. When I first got my Amazon, within a couple months, I showed him a mirror. He stopped cold, looked at it, and said, Oh shit. We have a pineapple green cheek conure who has learned
That's
to
me
do an
every Monday
evil
morning,
laugh
bro.
straight out of a horror movie style in the middle of the night. Not my
Yeah,
parrot,
see, that's
but my
fucking
cousin's.
creepy.
He was a great big bird who loved his reflection, so sometimes he'd stare in
Okay.
the mirror, bob his head, and mutter, guapo. Guapo. My aunt and uncle used to have a sulphur-crested
Based.
cockatoo called Hagar. He used to chant, I have censored what Hagar says for now. Obviously, I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, this Reddit drones
Is it that
on. Too long
bad?
didn't read.
Is
They're
it that
alone in
bad,
this
man,
house,
that
and
we have
weird
to
girls
censor
they're
it?
seeing back. We hung out for a couple hours and ended up back in my aunt and uncle's house where things progressed pretty quickly. But I'd only been with one other girl before, and that hadn't gone very well, so I was pretty nervous. Anyways, we both got out of our clothes, and right as I pulled my pants down and my semi-hard penis bounced out, the fucking bird, right out the window, starts chanting, "Dance, cocky, dance."
Where the fuck do you learn that? Nah. Again, we need to listen to that again with the fucking Mad Rose narration.
Right out the window, starts chanting, "Dance, cocky, dance." She thought it was hilarious and couldn't stop laughing, but it really put me off and embarrassed me. My bird's first word was squeeze, squeeze. Big boy! Or sometimes just, boy! Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Mind the gap. Fuck me, fuck boy. My pet cockatiel
What the
started
fuck?
singing the Imperial March randomly one day. My grey once said,
That's
I
badass.
got a gun, and never said it again. A weird phone sex operator sounding hello. The best I can do to spell it is scouge, or kind of like a long goo ending in a drawn out French J. Sounds like he's communicating with Cthulhu. My wife and I have a 22-year-old African grey. When we're watching a movie,
22 years old. Damn, that's a long time. Like, he must be really close towards the end of his lifespan, right? They can't live that long, I think. 22 years old for a pet, that's really impressive.
she'll say, yeah, whenever a scene ends with a human dying. Someone told me about their bird mimicking something their sons said to each other. You're a saggy ballsack. Good night.
Okay, what?
Zazu's favourite word is peekaboo. It's gotten to the
That's
point
cool.
where she makes her own variations of the word and will sit and say, a pika pika pika, or she will say, a pika boo boo boo. Is there
That's
a way
cool.
I can attempt to distract her from the word so she stops saying it all day long? Sorry, you've got a Pokemon. Her new favourite phrase is, here we go.
See, that's so fucking cute, bro. What?
Figgy's favourite phrase is, hello, Mr. Poopy Head.
Oh no.
My son caught
no.
off repeating one of his favourite words. What? What? What?
What? What? What? What?
Redditor the little orange bird says my budgie years ago would say, who's the sexy chicken? My grey, this is from the Redditor
Bro,
Love My
what?
Grey, figured this whole Alexa thing pretty quickly and can't stop talking to it. All day it's Alexa this, Alexa that, he makes it play ABBA, has almost ordered another Echo, God knows what
Wait,
else. My parrot makes wet
what?
masturbation noises, that's about it.
Huh? Wait.
Another Echo, God knows what else. My parrot makes wet masturbation noises, that's about it.
I wonder where he learned it from. I'm certain that's on you, bro. What did you do? But what do you do at this point? Like, you can't even bring friends over anymore. If he says that stuff, you're fucked.
From the Redditor, deleted. Well, yeah,
yeah.
They really do hear everything.
Wait. Is that what I think it is?
Somebody get that bird a cigarette.
Again, I want to make sure.
Hear everything.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking wild, bro. What?
Somebody get that bird a cigarette. My dad had a parrot who ended up with a perfect channel to the bathroom. He'd mimic the sound of someone taking a shit when he wanted attention.
How do you mimic the sound of taking a shit?
Kicks off thinking someone's at the door. The low blood sugar alarm on my insulin pump. Little stink. And of course I have to check and be sure. Rescue parrot owners, do you ever witness them doing or saying something that reflects to their old home? My grey would shout in an old man's voice, Kirsten, I'm in the basement. Family member has a rescued African grey parrot, and when the phone rings he says, oh, it's fucking Ron again. We don't know anyone named Ron. My uncle's bird always says, shit, bubble gum Larry. We don't know anyone named Larry. Knew a person that rehabbed birds, and she told me that after over a year it had never said anything NSFW, so she took it to an elementary class for education.
Yes, I can already tell what's gonna happen.
It became verbally offensive and called all the small children shitheads.
Yes. I love it, bro.
Hawaii in the early 90s, and someone got a hold of one of these curse boxes. The parrot would never shut up.
What is that?
My buddy, who is family or Italian as fuck, they all swore all the time.
Yeah.
There's no fucking milk. There is a fucking milk, because I bought it yesterday for
We can already tell where it's gonna go.
Man. They had a parrot, and this parrot legit had an Italian accent and just swore all day long. The best I think I ever heard it say was when I'd come over and came to say hello the parrot, which climbed up to eye level with me in the cage, looked right into my soul and said, fuck me sideways.
What the fuck?
Cage looked right into my soul and said, fuck me sideways, you slut. My quail parrot.
It got worse, bro. What the fuck?
Extremely talkative. Scariest, at least for my neighbour, was my Quaker screaming my son's name, followed by "Let me out of here" over and over. Funniest one.
Okay,
was
that's pretty terrifying.
I said, "Mum, say hello to Monty." Mum said, "Hi, Monty." Monty replied, "I love you." Fuck you. But they're not all bad. Parrots totally get empathy and sympathy. I was having a really rough day, visibly upset. I walked past my 2.5-year-old green-cheeked conure, and he looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You're a good buddy." Keita, my grey, has mangled 2 phrases into one.
That's probably
She
the
learned,
sweetest
"I
one so
love you,"
far.
And "Would you like a cracker?" And about a week ago, she suddenly came out with "I love you like a cracker," when my parrot...
That's a smart parrot. What?
Sees me cry, he asks me if I have to go poop. It's the thought that counts, though. Heart emoji.
Hey, he's at least concerned for you.
With this story I found floating around, worked
Better
on
than
local
nothing.
computer tech for about a year, and I've seen some weird shit. The weirdest one was this cool old dude who had retired and lived in a double-wide trailer in a fairly nice retirement trailer park. His house had one of those trains that travelled along the walls from room to room, occasionally poking through walls and such. The primary purpose of this train was to carry his bird, a blue macaw if I recall correctly, around the house. From his explanation, the bird had some birth defects and had difficulty flying, so they built the train for the bird to cruise around the house.
Oh, that's so cute.
This may not sound all that weird to you, but let me set the stage for you. You're a college student removing a stupid browser hijack from some old guy's computer. You're nearly done with a job when you hear a clacking sound and look up to see a toy train crossing your vision. Aboard the train is a decently sized bird that makes eye contact with you and says, "Choo-choo, motherfucker." I've been...
Oh. It's shit like this that makes me angry that we don't have video footage of that. You know, like these fucking meta AI glasses that can record everything you see? We need shit like this on our faces 24/7. And in case something like this pops up, we have it recorded. Man, that was a good story, but I'm really, really missing the evidence that would make it so much better. Oh, there were some good ones in there, bro. I wasn't sure what to expect, but that was great. thank you for the suggestion. That was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you do have any parrots and they have dropped some crazy shit, feel free to let us know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Until then, have a good time and take care. Bye.